got another one for you. Unfortunately, there are high elves in this one, but there's also Kislev, and there's also the Golden Knight, which is pretty cool. So, little, also a map I don't see often at this time. Ah, right, it's because of my mod. I was a bit confused. I was like, when the hell did we ever have night maps? Oh, right, it's because it's super cool mod, which changes the design of the maps, rather the look of the maps, depending on certain criteria. Either way, it looks great, and we do have the eye switch of Tempest leading the Kislevites today against the disgusting, filthy high elves of Ulthuan, stepping onto the sands. A very strange battlefield for these two factions. Not often do you see Kislevites in the desert, but here we are. They've got we have a nice switch of Tempest on that Frostworm with Blizzard and Snowflake Pendant. No surprise there, really. Pretty solid stuff. The Golden Knight with Urson Skull, pretty much the only item you really ever want to bring on her, because it provides that really nice frozen imbuement, which you do not get on anything else. It's fantastic. It's like a net. It's literally just a net. But obviously she has to hit the target, which is kind of hard at times whenever they're a small single entity on a horse, which kind of gets bogged down by infantry and mass. But I digress. If they can get on the target, it's pretty nice. Otherwise, for the infantry, we have not mass, but we have 3 armored Kossars with some Kislevite warriors on both flanks, as well as a bunch of Kossars in the center with some with spears, some without. Also got some Griffin Legion on one flank and some Kossovite dervishes on the other 2. Frostworm will also be teamed up with the Ice Witch. Double Frostworm, very much a classic, and very much the only thing, one of the few things, holding Kislevites in today's meta. And barely, aside from mass archers. For high elves, we do have Mr. Teclis. He's going to be on a horse. We got Horseless with Bound Fiery Convocation, Potion of Choroi, Regrowth, and Flock of Doom, plus Kindle Flame. Interesting to bring Kindle Flame, I guess, hoping for that Bound Fiery Convocation, but it's very hard to land, especially without the net. Either way, we got Spearman, plus some Ship's Company Classic there, with some company of the Caledrian, the ROR Ship's Company. And then we have triple, oh no, these are not all Southern Sea Guard. We got 1 Northern Sea Guard. We have Talents of Torquelada, and then we have Sisters of Avalon. Okay. I guess that's also a combo piece right there, is the, it gives them Kindle Flame, and then Talents of Torquelada shoot them in the face, and they die. Very nice. Caradrian with the captain of the Phoenix Guard. He's actually going to be... Is this on horse? It is on horse. He is not on his very expensive, very good Phoenix mount. It's not an incredible Phoenix mount, but it is expensive and makes him into a very very movable, I guess, speedy anti-large duelist. Yeah, a tough one for sure. But yeah, not... often you see him on horse, so very cool. We also have War Lions on both sides and Illyrian Reavers. Oh no, only one Illyrian Reaver, and then we have the Fireborn. So let's see how things go. Seems like Kislevites have more range, but High Elves have the range advantage. I've learned that all too well, unfortunately. 140 to 180 in cars has made me very much aware of the superiority. What the hell? Apparently, I cannot speak words today. Superior range of the High Elves. Damned elves and their magical bows. Yeah, just shooting. We're gonna have the shooting contest right away. The High Elf archers are going to shoot at the armored Cossars and vice versa. Golden Knight is going to dip out of that engagement. Teclis may be going for a little bit of a cheeky little rear charge there. What the hell was that? If she just pops her item, now she can freeze him in place, and he is frozen in place potentially. No, yeah, that's frostbite. Pop your item. Pop your item. Come on. If Teclis gets screwed out here, oh my god, this could be very detrimental. The fire communication coming down here potentially on the armored Kossars, and I don't think Kislevites are going to be able to dodge that one. It's going to be too late, and it rips through those armored Kossars, but doesn't really do much else aside from slightly tagging the Kossars. On the other engagement, the Frostworm has joined in to fight the War Lines of Krace and the Lyrian Reavers. However, the Caradrian is giving it quite a bit of a tough time, but in return, its leadership does balance out, and this Griffin Legion and the Classified Dervishes are helping mitigate some of the damage from Caradrian. Regrowth's going down on Teclis, plus a potion of Troy, because he took quite a bit of damage from that engagement with the Golden Knight, which was very, very scary. The Fireborn charged into something, presumably some armored Kossars, and did pretty good. And now we're going to charge it once again into the side of the armored Kossars. They did brace a slight tad bit, so it didn't give them too much damage on them. Frozen being procced from the item of the Golden Knight, keeping those Fireborn in place for a spell of the Blizzard, presumably. Does it go down? It does go down. Oh my god, it's going to be a very good Blizzard on the Fireborn. It's going to be such good value, netting a lot of the models in place, providing that massive damage from the armor piercing, and then that leadership penalty, or the frostbite rather. Very nice. Hawks of Mishka is the leadership one. But yeah, oh my god, the freaking Fireborn got absolutely incinerated down to 21 models, or torn by the cold, I should say, not incinerated. But nonetheless, Teclis being charged down by the Frostworm. The Fireborn go to save them. Golden Knight is also joining in the fight, and same with some Illyrian Reavers. The Fireborn unfortunately get terror routed, and things are not looking great for the High Elves. Balance power is looking to be in favor of the Kislevites. The Ice Witch is joining in here on the fight with the company of Caladrians, trying to hope to save the Kislevite warriors. Kossars turned to face the War Lions, shooting at them as they go around looking for their prey. Talons of Torque shooting into the Kossars. Same vice versa for the London Sea Guard as they continue shooting, but the Frostworm is disrupting their formation and trying to get them to stop shooting. Now we're going to have some trouble here as the High Elves have no of their cav on this flank to support, to stop their Kossars from getting run over. Their London Sea Guard from getting run over. Same with the Talons of Torque, as some Classified Dervishes are going to run them down in the back. Unfortunately for them, the Ice Witch of Tempest has also found herself in the Sisters of Avalorn, and they're going to get some fantastic value from this, especially if we get a cheeky little blizzard there. That's going to be really, really good. But in fact, they're going to throw that blizzard right there in the company of Caladrian, and I'm not sure if the High Elf players are going to be able to notice in time, and they do not. And so it's going to do some really, really fantastic HP damage on them, absolutely tearing them apart, keeping a lot of majority of their unit in place and just destroying their HP. My god, these some beautiful casts there from the Blizzard, from the Frostworm caster. Really well played from the Kislevites. Another volley coming in there on the war line. They do have some missile resistance there, but it's enough to knock them into -1 negative leadership for quite a bit, for a small moment of time, and then they finally get that charge into the backs of the armored Kossars, giving them that leadership increase from charging. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. They should be able to get some value still. Teclis has been netted in place by Golden Knight, but the Golden Knight gets decapitated by Caradrian. Though Teclis was in a bit of a scary moment there, he is able to get away, and thanks to Caradrian, who is going to charge into the Griffin Legion head on by himself and try to save Teclis. But Teclis does go in there by his own, and that was maybe not the best idea, but it hopes that the firing communication will incinerate them and save Teclis. But Teclis gets killed outright by the Griffin Legion. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Caradrian is also going to finish them off thanks to that fiery communication. Balance of power is still looking in favor of the Kislevites. Caradrian is looking relatively healthy. Golden Knight is gone. Ice Witch is relatively healthy as well at 5,700 HP, but they also don't have any healing in case they take any more damage from the Caradrian. Snow Leopard Summon coming out. We also have another Frostworm as well, and I'm not too sure what the High Elves can do about this, even with Caradrian. All the range units have pretty much been gone. The Sisters of Avalon continue to try to shoot into the Snow Leopard. The Snow Leopard does charge into there and is going to cause some issues as it does cause fear. So unfortunately, I think this is probably it for the High Elves, especially with another blizzard ripping apart the ship's company. And Caradrian is going to try to, scrap things back, but army losses does kick in, and Caradrian has to run back home to Ulthuan to tell Tyrion, hey, your brother kind of screwed up there and kind of got decapitated by some, some winged lancers. But what can you do? And Tyrion's going to go on a little bit of rampage, pick up the Sword of Cain, and visit Kislev, the icy front of Kislev, and wreak havoc, potentially. But in return, Kislevites will also be angry as well with the loss of the Golden Knight. 2747 for the Ice Witch. Beautiful value there. Incredible Tempests. Really solid play with netting those Fireborn in place with that use of her sword. So good. So beautiful. Fan-freaking-tastic for our son. Yes, indeed. 1105 on the other Frostworm and 1051 on the Griffin Legion. And freaking incredible. Excuse me, I meant to say Griffin Legion. The Griffin Legion decapitated, destroyed Teclis. Deservedly so. That weak high elf tried to charge into the might of Kislev. 1222. Very good on Mr. Tyrion. What the hell? On Mr. Teclis, but maybe got a bit too overzealous in that initial engagement. Charged way too far after the Golden Knight, which is a bit of a silly mistake there. 1538 here on Caradrian. Interesting theme on horse, and he still did surprisingly well, but definitely better on his flying mount because he can pick and choose fights and not get stuck in a small engagement with some cav. Yeah, very, very good. A very good fight all around. Very scrappy. Nameless played well. They are on and off, a very on and off player, mostly off. So cool to see them again playing, especially experimenting with the new units. And well played Division and both Nameless Order as well. Catch you guys later. Bye bye.